Howdy, my name is Rob, aka the Junk Monkey, and I am a full-time picker and reseller. I specialize mostly in vintage, antique, and collectible glass, pottery, porcelain, but I've been known to pick up just about anything we can sell online for a profit. So we are at my local Goodwill here in Medford, Oregon. We're going to go in there and see what we can find to buy and flip online for a profit. So you guys like and subscribe and come along for the ride, and I'll see you when we get in there. All right, folks, we've already checked the new cart. Nothing of interest to us on it. Check my favorite aisle here where all the knickknacks and figurines and things of that nature. That's a heavy ceramic pot. It is not marked. It's kind of neat looking. The Bell collection is still here. The little cobalt blue sherbet glasses are still here.
You stole my pink plate.
Half the Scooter Brigade is here. I bet you the other half is running around in here somewhere. They were really nice to me last time I was in here. Shot the breeze with me a little bit. All right, folks, I'm not seeing much. Let's round the corner and see what we can find down this direction. The candle holder section. One of these days I am going to find another glassy baby, but it is not going to be this day. The little pink swirl glass vase is still here. All right, folks, I'm going to have to turn this off. I've got a fairly big crowd to navigate in front of me. And I'll bring you back in when we find something. Hear no evil, see no evil, say no evil. Who knows the fourth monkey? Put it down in the comments. All right.
I kind of like these, the Cognac Sierra.
Something off about this particular Pyrex bowl. It's a Pyrex
like
Corning USA oven and microwave. I'm reading that backwards. I just never seen one that was quite this shade of blue. But for $4.79, we'll put it in the cart and look it up here in a minute or two.
Bro, I kind of like this mug.
What that says.
Cognac Hero? You know what
Fiji.
the Cognac Hero is, right? It's a really cool car.
Fiji. Just curious if they said different things. Glass Bake or Fire King? Which one is this? Glass Bake. I don't know why the Glass Bake and the Fire King isn't as popular as the Pyrex. Yeah, you never tell with collectors. Collectors want what they want. Now that is a sparkly piece of cut crystal. Press cut, we call it. Most of the design was pressed in and then the details were cut in. $4.79. There's another deviled egg tray. Oh, that's chipped. Fair number of the tips are chipped. But what is it about deviled egg trays that people like so much? I don't buy the plain white ones, but anything that's decorative, even in the least, I pick them up, and I always do well when I sell them. Let's see what else we can find. There's a pretty little blue glass container, like a utensil container maybe, celery vase maybe. I think we'll put that in the cart and look it up also. Let's go back the other way on the other side of the same aisle. They put what they think are the better dishes here, and the stuff they sell by sets instead of individuals. One of my favorite colors of glaze, Kirkland, no, Kickerland. Huh, you ever heard of Kickerland? See if I can get you a better view. I don't think it's going to come into focus for me. There's some saucers with fish on them. 3 of them, made in China. We'll leave those here. Sometimes I feel like I show y'all far more stuff that I'm leaving behind than I'm picking up. And that's because, well, I am. Just because something's interesting doesn't mean it's valuable or worth reselling. That's very thin. I like it. I wish there was 4 of them at 79 cents a piece. I would buy a set of 4 of those, but a single bowl, not so much. I'm gonna check this next end cap. There went the other half of the Scooter Brigade.
Is it your style or is it fine?
Nothing on that end cap. One more end cap, and then I'll bring you guys back in if I find something. Ladybug candles, a pair of them. Those are neat. Oh, heck, one more. Yep, nothing. All right, I'll bring you back in later. It's a really cool old school desk with the detail on the footprint of it. And a chair and desktop both swivel. That is just, forgive the pun, but too cool for school. What do they want for that thing? $29. I like it. Lift up top. Oh man, that thing is just too neat. Oh, I wish I had the space to deal with furniture. They brought out a new cart, and I got in there and I found a Starbucks mug, which is probably going back. But we also found a set of marquee Waterford goblets, which we're going to look up. At $15, I got to look them up and see what the sale is on them. Same with the Starbucks mug, I'm going to look it up. That will most likely get left behind. But Christmas time is coming, winter time is coming. It's a pretty thing. It's in great condition. It's from 2018. So we'll see if it's worth spending $4.79 on. Not seeing anything in the toy aisle.
The bigger, larger picture.
Star Wars Monopoly. All right, I'll bring you back in if I find something. Let's get a look at the shoes. It's a pair of Nike Air Force Ones. I think they've been painted. I don't know, that might be original color. One of them is missing the laces, and yes, I know you could replace the laces, but you have to list them as modified when you do that, and it's just a pain in the neck. When it comes to shoes, I don't like to do much to them, just light cleaning. There's another pair. These are high top Air Force Ones. Yep, they've been painted and repainted. You can see where the paint's flaking. We'll leave those here. And turn around and look at the women's shoes. I don't see anything that grabs my attention. All right, I'm gonna go check the media, see if they've put out any new VHS. And if we find anything, I'll bring you in. If not, we'll go back to the back of the store and do a more thorough job of looking over the shelves. Everything that we put in the basket had to be put back. It was either not worth it or found damage. Speaking of which, there's this little blue wedding cake box. It's color flashed. The flashing is in bad shape, and it's missing its lid. And they want $4.79 for it. I actually like these things. I use them around the house, but I don't like the color flashed ones. I'm currently looking for a black glass one that I can put my fresh ground black pepper in. I've got a clear one to keep my salt in, although I wouldn't mind trading that one in on a milk glass one that hasn't been painted. But we're going to take another closer look around and see if there's anything we missed. If we find anything, I'll bring you back in. If not, I'll see you at the end of the video. I found something I think I missed earlier. That has a hinge on it. It's got a little slot right there. It is enameled metal. This is a stamp holder. You put your roll of stamps in there and run them through there and grab them as you need them. They want $4.49 for it. And it is dated, I'll read it for you. It's dated copyright something other 2002. So technically it is vintage, and it is designed in USA. Probably not made in USA, but at least designed in USA. And I think we're gonna get that. While we were waiting on an aisle to clear up that we hadn't been down yet, we took a look at the clothing rack, and I come up with this shirt in my size, this blue corduroy, made in USA, and it's got the Flintstones on it. Even if it's not worth anything, I'll wear it myself. All right, folks, we made it out of there with just the shirt and the little stamp dispenser. I'm hoping I showed you the stamp dispenser. I'm pretty sure I did. During that last clip, just as I was about to finish up, they brought out a brand new cart and parked it right beside me. I mean, within inches of me. And before I could put my phone back in my shirt pocket and turn around, there was somebody in between me and the cart. When I tell y'all that new carts in my local Goodwill are extremely competitive, I am not joking in the least. Anyway, I was able to snag 4 studio art pottery mugs off of there, which all turned out to be souvenir mugs. 2 of them from the U.S. Forestry, 1 of them from the Klamath National Forest, and another one for Ashland, Oregon. I don't do too well with souvenirs. If they hadn't been souvenirs, if they'd just been plain studio art pottery mugs at 79 cents, I would have snagged them up. I also found a Royal Worcester egg coddler. It's a little ceramic dish with a chrome lid on it. I don't know what an egg coddler is. It's an English thing, I guess. Anyway, I looked it up, and there were a ton of them listed. Very few of them sold. What few sold had a little bit different designs on them. So we put that one back. And we had to get out of there. It was pretty crowded in there today. So, and the Scooter Brigade was very nice to me today. They are, I think they're finally warming up to me. At least I hope so. I'll go back tomorrow and they'll be crotchety and running over my toes with their scooters. I love them. They're characters. I just never know which character I'm going to get when I see them, but I always try to be nice to them. Anyway, folks, that's all I've got for you on this particular video. Mrs. Monkey gave me a honey-do list, so I have spent most of the day thrifting when I should have took a little time off to go run her errands for her. It's getting close to the end of the day, so we got to shut this video down and go get them errands run, or I am going to be in trouble. So thank you guys for coming along with me on my little treasure hunting adventure. I appreciate each every one of you. And y'all come back now, you hear?